Tuesday, 7th of July 2015. Paper highlights. First, let's look at the paper highlights from Daily Mirror. Political parties preparing nomination lists. The mainstream political parties are now in the process of holding meetings and interviews in a bid to prepare their lists of candidates to be fielded for the general election, informed sources said yesterday. MS at SLFP nomination board today. The nomination board of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party will meet today with the participation of President Maithripala Sirisena at his office residence. Board chairman S.B. Disanayaka said. He said the final decision with regard to the SLFP candidates for the forthcoming general elections would be taken at today's meeting. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. UNP strategy will be revealed soon. Gayantha. Keeping mum about an alliance with a faction of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party or any other party, the United National Party said yesterday the country would be able to see the party's strategy before the close of nominations on July 13th. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. JHU coming as third political force. JHU chairman Venerable Athuraliya Rattanathera, who also heads the National Council for a Clean Tomorrow, yesterday said his party was ready to contest the upcoming parliamentary elections as the third political force and create the country's next prime minister. More highlights from Daily Mirror. Hirunika ties the knot. Western Provincial Councillor Hirunika Eranjali Premachandra yesterday married TV presenter and model Hiran Yattovita. This is one of the wedding photos she has posted on her Facebook profile under the caption, "I'm the luckiest girl in the world." President Maithripala Sirisena and Minister Rajitha Senaratne signed as witnesses. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. General election won't contest, says Sana. SLFP Matra chief organizer and Deputy Minister Sanath Jayasuriya said yesterday he would not contest the August 17th parliamentary elections for personal reasons. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. News of my crossover a fabrication. Bandara. Deputy Minister Shantha Bandara, who flatly rejected rumors that he would cross over the UNP, said yesterday he was contemplating legal action against Plantation Minister Lakshman Kiriyalla and several media institutions for spreading false information. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Udayanga's container stuck without passport. MFA. Despite former Ambassador Udayanga Weeratunga's request to release the container carrying his personal effects, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs states that it cannot be released until he hands over his diplomatic passport to the ministry. Now let's move to the paper highlights from Ceylon today. No nominations for 4 former UPFA MPs. The UPFA has decided to not give nominations to 4 MPs of the previous parliament, former MP Vasudevan Anekara said. Apart from those 4, all other MPs in the 2010 to 2015 parliament will get UPFA nominations, he added. Both President Sirisena and former President Mahinda Rajapaksa have agreed not to give nominations to these 4 MPs who have a number of charges leveled against them. Another highlight from Ceylon today. UPFA nominations signing tomorrow. The UPFA nominations will be signed tomorrow at the Presidential Secretariat, political sources said. UPFA nomination lists will be handed over to district election officers between 10 to 13 July. Meanwhile, a meeting was held between leaders of the constituent parties of the UPFA yesterday. The leaders discussed the nominations for several hours. UPFA General Secretary Susil Premajayantha is to inform President Sirisena of the nominations today. More highlights from Ceylon today. TNA politician sexually abuses 56 women. Porn victim commits suicide. Police have received a complaint that a Tamil National Alliance politician representing Tunnukai, Mullaitivu Pradeshiya Sabha had sexually abused 56 women in the area and had taken pornographic videos of the act. Another highlight from Ceylon today. Shantha Bandara asks MR to contest from Kurunegala. Former Deputy Minister of Mass Media and Communication Shantha Bandara requested former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, who will be contesting under the United People's Freedom Alliance, to contest from the Kurunegala district in the upcoming polls. Now let's move to the paper highlights from Daily News. Childhood Development Fund Director further remanded. The North Central Province Early Childhood Development Fund Director, who was remanded for allegedly swindling Rupees 9 lakhs, was re-remanded by Anuradhapura Additional Magistrate Nadika D. Piyaratna yesterday. Another highlight from Daily News. Granting MR nominations, President Sirisena should come clear. President Maithripala Sirisena should make a clear statement on whether he has agreed to give nominations to former President Mahinda Rajapaksa from the UPFA, since the people have not been formally informed of the decision. Puravesi Balaya convener Saman Ratnapriya said. President Sirisena will be going against the public mandate he received at the January 8 polls if he gives nominations to former President Mahinda Rajapaksa to contest the upcoming parliamentary election, he said. Another highlight from Daily News. AG sanctions arrest of SC judge. SC judge files fundamental rights petition challenging the validity of investigations. BASL urges CJ to prevent him from sitting as a SC judge. The Attorney General has sanctioned the arrest of Justice Sarath D. Abru of the Supreme Court over the alleged assault and sexual harassment of the domestic helper at his residence. After carefully sifting through the evidence and medical reports of the domestic helper, the Attorney General had directed the Criminal Investigation Department to obtain a warrant of arrest from the Mount Lavinia magistrate. Halsdorp Hill sources told the Daily News. More highlights from Daily News. Flood of applications for UNP nominations. Gayantha. Media Minister Gayantha Karunatilaka yesterday said that a large number of youths, professionals, social activists and veteran politicians are enthusiastic in securing nominations from the UNP to contest the upcoming general election. Another highlight from Daily News. President still to make final decision on MR's nomination. President Maithripala Sirisena is yet to make a final decision on the nomination issue concerning former President Mahinda Rajapaksa as to whether he should contest from the United People's Freedom Alliance, informed party sources said. Another highlight from Daily News. Elect educated people to Parliament. Venerable Manduluwawe Sobita Thera. The people have to elect a talented and educated group of people to Parliament who could create a good political culture to the country at the forthcoming general election, said People's Movement for Just Society founder Venerable Manduluwawe Sobita Thera. We brought you the paper highlights from today's newspapers, and we will bring you more tomorrow.